Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online video with me, Sherman, and this is my preview of Markarth and my thoughts of the DLC aesthetically and its layout of content. Basically my thoughts on it, and we'll start here in the city of Markarth itself. Very, very awesome how they did this. I'm going to go ahead and go into first person view. Really nice aesthetics here. They really did a great job of capturing the Dwemer architecture, the scale of how this city would probably be with the way the Dwemer were about, building their structures really large and everything. So And the fact that they incorporated the waterfalls mixed with it really does grab a lot of just great view and aesthetics, like I said. Alright, moving on now. We're going to go outside. Now, I'm not going to show every area in Markarth. I'm going to show some of Markarth. Again, I don't want to spoil too much, but I do want to talk about the outside Overland. So, the Overland aesthetics are as good as Skyrim, if not as good as Orsinium, in my opinion. Now, Orsinium to me was great because it really captured the aesthetic look, again, of the environment. And I think they did that here with Markarth. And it's, its broader spectrum of, this is a place where the Reachmen are, and you can really tell that when you're walking around and you see these, spiky, outposts and different things like that, and then you see the Reachmen, all over the place. I think that really adds to the dynamics. Now, I will show you the map. I have explored everything. I have found all the way shrines, all the, ooh, look at kitties. All the different places. So you guys are gonna get a little spoiler here. So, I'm gonna go up here, though, to do it. Whee! Oh, shoot, I almost fell to my death. Alright. So, like I said, the environment looks amazing. The detail they put into it is just incredible when you see, when you notice little things in the environment is what really grabs your attention. And that they really did a good job here with that, especially not only in the above ground, but also in the Blackreach area. So, as you guys can see, I've been to every location, like I said. I found all the crafting stations, I found all the world bosses, the delves, all that stuff. And I have to say that I was surprised when I found some of the stuff. I was more surprised how it's laid out again. So the two above ground crafting areas are in really good locations, I think. This world boss is definitely one you want to do with a small party when you first try it out before you try soloing it, because the mechanics to it can be kind of difficult to grasp right out the door, but it's a really good boss encounter. They also placed Harrow Storms. There is 3 locations. For some reason, the third location up here didn't show, but here's one and here's another. I believe the other one was back here. And I'm not gonna say that for certain, but I do remember one being over here. Also, one of the delve entrances, there's a delve entrance somewhere over here. And then there's this one. This is the Briar Rock Ruins. And then there's one here, but I think it's because it's connected to Blackreach. Now, Blackreach isn't that big, not gonna lie, but it's spread out in a way that is good. Now, I did solo this world boss. For some reason, it doesn't show it as being defeated, but I did solo it and defeated it. I just didn't loot it. But as you can see, you have two different things here. You have the library, and then you have the Night Hollow Keep. These are both really well done. The library area is fantastic. It's wide open. It's very, like the layout's really well done. It's really good because there's a new Dwemer that we get to fight, which is great. I've been waiting for something new. This boss is fantastic, by the way, for solo and group play. And then again, like I said, I didn't get to check out the delve. So Gloomreach has an entrance here, but it also has an entrance above as well. So I'm wondering why they don't show it on the map. Might be a bug or something. Just like with the Harrow Storms, they don't show all of them on the map. And if you're wondering where this is located in the world, it is actually right here, south of the Western Skyrim. So the sad thing is, and they did this down here as well with Elsewhere, with Southern Elsewhere and Northern Elsewhere, they left this gap between the map. They did the same thing over here between Orsinium, or Hrothgar, and Skyrim. I really don't like when they do this, because you can consider it kind of like an OCD thing, but it's like they didn't fill it out enough, and I feel like if they could have filled out the rest of the map, it would have been better. So that's just my opinion. Everyone has one. So other than that, there's a lot of new encounters you're going to fight here. I did also try out the new arena. Again, for some reason, not showing it completed, just like it does with the world bosses. But it is a challenge, and it's a really good challenge how they laid it out and how they did the layout of the arenas, like each section of the arenas, because there's 3 different arenas, with a 4th one being the final one. So they call them, I don't remember anymore from the live stream, wings. They're just sections of the arena. So the first section is a Molag Bal one, then there's the Hirsine one, and then there's, I forget the other one, it's like a fire one. And all 3 of them have really good aesthetics, like artistically perfect and good. Then you get into the darker, not the darker, but you get into the mechanics of the encounters, of the boss encounters, and those are fun. They have really good mechanics built into them. They're just enough of a challenge in normal mode to give the new player or casual player or even the average player something to go for. And then definitely for veteran mode, you definitely want to be prepared. And I'm not going to say you're going to need a super god build, but you do need a good build that's really good at solo play for that. I struggled with the veteran mode a lot. I did not complete it. I couldn't get by the Minotaur boss, and that's because its mechanics change a little bit, and it gets a little bit more difficult than when you're playing on a normal, of course. But it was a lot of fun, and I was enjoying myself in there, even on the veteran mode, which is different than when I play the veteran mode of Maelstrom Arena. Maelstrom Arena has a good normal mode, really good normal mode difficulty. And then the veteran mode just is amped. So this is a little bit different. It amps up as you're progressing. And each wing, as they call it, or each section of arena, or different arenas, each of the arenas, when you first go in, start at a base difficulty, and then they scale to a harder difficulty through each boss encounter. And there's 2 bosses in each one. Now, when you finish one and you move to another one, it seems like the difficulty resets, and then you have to do that scaling process again, and then it does it again with the 3rd one. Now, I noticed that in normal mode. In veteran mode, it was a little different. It seemed to keep its difficulty and just scale. But again, like I said, I really enjoyed the layout of the arena. I liked the different stuff. Again, I didn't loot anything because it's PTS and there's no reason to try and loot anything because you can't keep it. So I was like, just gonna play through it. But like I said, I did post a screenshot of me defeating the world boss, which I was really... I had a lot of fun with that one. And that's kind of what I play for. Is I play for the fun. I like a good challenge, and I don't like ridiculous challenge. It's not like Southern Elsewhere. The monk boss was with his 4 cronies was like, what? This is like ridiculously scaled difficulty. But it was more group-oriented. And again, like I said, every DLC is like this. They create the world bosses to have a solo-friendly one and a group-orientated one. In Clockwork City, you had the Clockwork Knight, who was more of a solo-centric type boss. He's easy to solo if you know his mechanics. And then you had the 3 bird guys that was more of the group-orientated boss. Then when you look at Murkmire, you have the one boss who summons all the skeletons. He was more solo-friendly because his ads weren't that bad. They just rush you, and if you can kill them in packs and take him out, it was a lot easier to solo than the other one that had more group mechanics attached to it. And then the same thing happened with Southern Elsewhere. And you can even look at it, the expansions the same way. Each of the expansions that they've released, or the chapters, had world bosses that were solo friendly, and then and then the difficulty would change with the next one to be more group orientated, and then there would be one world boss that was more definitely group effective. So. And the same thing applies here. And I haven't done the delves because I want to save those for when it goes live, but I did want to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. The other thing I want to say is I love, and this is more of a shout out to the devs, I love how they took everything they learned from Murkmire and Orsinium and all these DLC areas in the game, from the Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, like I said, Murkmire and Southern Elsewhere, and they all combined all that stuff together in this one. And you guys will have to play to see what I mean. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, but there is some content in here that'll catch you off guard because you're like, wow, I didn't expect that. And that's really cool they added that, because it adds a new element to the way the environment plays against you going through it. And I really like that they did that again. The Horror Storms, definitely the same as they are in the other area, but again, didn't really play too much in them to see their difficulty. I just kind of went up to them and looked and was like, yeah, this is cool, but you know what? There's not anybody else here, and I know I will die trying to do this on my own because these guys can hit like trucks. So it's not that I haven't tried soloing those things, I have. It's just they're a lot more difficult than doing, like, say, Abyssal Geysers. And they're definitely a lot more difficult than doing Dark Anchors, because those are a walk in the park for most people. But, yeah, definitely, if you haven't, if you don't have the Western Skyrim deals chapter and you want to get part of it, this is a great addition to the game. Great for solo players because it's mostly solo content, but there is also that group dynamic to it, which is really good for small group play and stuff like that, with the world bosses and everything. So it's a good DLC so far. Now, I don't know the story. I haven't played through any of it. I usually don't on the PTS, mainly because I like to keep that stuff to, spoiler free for myself. And yes, I'm not going to find any bugs or anything with that, but I did find a few bugs with other things, and that's a little bit more for just posting on the forums, letting the devs know, like Caltromp's not working, and such. So, but that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little preview of the Markarth DLC. It is really good. Now, I know I didn't show Blackreach area. I showed the Overland, but I want to leave Blackreach for you guys to see for yourselves. It's really, really cool down there. Probably some of the best work I've seen them do when it comes to combining multiple things that they've done in the game to an area, and it does it's cool. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's it. So, if you guys like this video, you guys know what's coming next. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can subscribe. And also remember, when you do subscribe, to hit that notification bell to be notified when I post new videos. It also helps get my videos out there a little bit better with their algorithm thing. I don't know. I really don't pay attention to it. I just post videos for you guys to watch. But if you want to be notified, do that. Other than that, thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and this guy might see you in game. Bye.